Boom! Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great day today. We are here. We are live. Different angle once again. So I've got a new monitor set up. I've actually got 3 monitors now. Boom, 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 and I have a freaking command center basically. So and a cat hair floating in my face. Welcome everyone to the Daily Vape TV live stream experience, aka random times I feel like going live and doing stuff and chatting with you guys. But this is a requested video. People have been asking, well, I said people. Someone asked me to do a build, like a cloud comp build, something I would normally build for a cloud comp back in the day when I used to do cloud comps. So that's what we're doing today. Should be a lot of fun. We're going to have a little bit of chit chat and general discussion and Q&A and all that good stuff too. So yeah, if you guys want to ask anything, ask away. I'll be doing some shout outs in a second. So if you would like a shout out, X1 in chat. It's simple as that. That's all you got to do. And I'll give you a quick little shout out. I also have to kind of polish up the mech that I'll be using today. This is a Rig V2. I actually won this. I got second place in a cloud comp and I won this one. So proof that I used to cloud comp, I guess. But I got a Rig V2 with a roughneck on top with the 25 millimeter cap or whatever, the cap that fits flush with the tube here. Yeah. I know it doesn't match, but honestly, I think it looks better with the cap that fits than the cap that's a little bit smaller. So that's me. I apologize. My voice is a little bit rough. So, tools we're going to be using today, obviously, rig and roughneck setup. I've got some Anarchist 21 gauge wire. Ooh, you can't even see that. It is completely blown out by my camera. 21 gauge wire. And we've got a Sony VTC battery. This is a VTC 4. So we got a VTC 4 that we're using today. I believe that's a 4. It is a little bit on the older side, but we'll see how it performs. Definitely not as good as a brand new one, but hey, what are you gonna do? We've got our Coil Master tools and some cotton. I'm just using these little Wotofo quick wick things because they're so much easier, and I won't just be dealing with cotton for 5 minutes like I normally do. I've got a polishing rag, so while I'm polishing this mod, let's do some shout outs, shall we? We've got let's see, Mike TVA, good to see you, buddy. Haven't seen you in a minute. We've got Shadow Link Vapor, welcome. Another face I haven't seen in a while. We've got Voodoo 1013. We've got Nobody Vapes, which that's not true. I vape. I do, I swear. Do you even vape, bro? We've got Kenneth Arnold in chat. We've got Dustin Stewardess. We've got For British Eyes Only, Steven Sard, this motherfucker here. We've got Jenny Sin, Puddle Jumper 84. We've got a guy named Dave. Let's see, Coco Nut, Jeff B, a couple other heads in here early. Big shout out to you guys. This is Swipes, I want to say. They're available on Stan's website, lucidrda.com, for those of you that want to pick some up. They're just like little rags that already have polishing compound built into them, which is really, really nice. And all you got to do is just kind of go like this, and your mechs get shinier. Oh, hold on. Let me. Oh God. Let me do this here. X1, if you have tried Juice Head's Pineapple Grapefruit, I have. X1 to that. It's delicious. Oh, actually, I kind of want a bottle now. Thanks for that. So I don't have a battery in here. I do have a set of coils, but I took the cotton out earlier, cleaned it up a little bit. So yeah, what is going on? How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's staying relatively healthy. Hope everyone's family's good. You know, I worry about everybody in these trying times, you know. people getting sick all over the place. I've been doing all right myself. Luckily, no illness here. Been taking all the necessary precautions. Still working at the shop with gloves and a mask. That's always fun. Man, this thing is dirty. Not gonna lie, I haven't picked this thing up in probably a year. Maybe more. Do I have a hair on my glasses? No, it just looks like I had a hair on my glasses. Let's see. I'm a nobody and I vape. Oh, well, there you go. If you're Mr. Just Right 1, everybody's a somebody to him. So, there you go. 6 wrap on a 3mm should be a 0.1. Well, I was going to go for a 5 wrap. It's tough with this one because you can either do 5 wraps and get 0.08, which is, it depends on the comp rules. You know, a lot of people would say that, 0.1 it would be fine. You're probably going to get better performance out of your batteries. Other people would say 0.08. I used to be in the school of 0.08. 0.08 was like nice. But more recently, I'd say 0.1 is perfect for me. Usually when I get aliens, they're like 0.12s. And I'm going by my buddy, what's his name on Instagram? Coil image coils. He always brings me sets of aliens that he's messing around with. Sometimes they're a little bit higher or lower depending on which wire he uses or which cores, but right around the 0.12 area is where I prefer my aliens. But for round wire, I feel like nice and low. I feel like 0.1. I wouldn't all day vape a 0.08, but I always say that in my videos, and sometimes I end up doing it by accident. I'm like, don't do this all day. This is only for cloud comps. And I end up picking it up the next day and going, damn, that's a good build. But I haven't been comping or building super low meching in a long time. So, some people absolutely love the super low builds, but I just can't even bother with it. I don't know what the deal is, but lately I've been not one to really do any sort of mech stuff. I think I want to bust out the old what's it called? Kennedy, the 20, what is it, Ruby 25, I think it is. Demo fails. It shouldn't be Demo Vapes anymore. It should be Demo fails. Just kidding. Love you, buddy. Yeah, it's fine as long as you don't chain vape it and rotate your batteries a lot. All right, let's see if we're putting a dent in this thing. So the thing with these little swipes is that, there's the mess I made, as you can see. Got a lot of that gunk off of there, but it's still got a few permanent fingerprints. There's 2 different color wipes that comes in a pack. There's a yellow one and a blue one. The blue one's just meant for surface stuff, just barely, doing anything, but just polishing it. The yellow one is a heavier duty piece of cloth there, or compound, or what have you. And that one is meant for those deep stains. So I think this is about as clean as I can get this thing right now. I'll show you the button. The button polishes up real super nice. Nice and shiny. Mirror finish on that sucker. So that's nice and clean at least. But yeah, these swipes are amazing. Thank you, Stan, for sending me these, by the way. I know it looks really wrong if I don't show it on camera. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly polish up the threads and the contact point. So the good thing and the bad thing about these types of mods, the rig mods and the roughnecks, The good thing is it is one of the biggest points of contact that you can get. As you can see, that is almost the same size as the top of a battery. So it makes sense. Also, it has a huge chunk of insulator around that, a big thing of peak. So which also matches the insulator on your battery. So your battery, there's almost no chance that you can possibly like mess that up unless you smash this thing onto that battery and just completely destroy the whole top section. There's no way you can mess that up. But the bad thing is you can't check your resistance. So they did make at one point in time a little adapter that you could get so you could put it on a 510, but you also have to remember there's voltage loss in the threads, so it's not perfectly accurate. So, you know, be safe out there, everybody. Don't just go into building willy-nilly and just, you know, throw a mech together on a whim without doing any homework on it. If you guys have never used a mech before, learn on something that you can check the resistance. You know, just buy a cheap single coil. You know, best bet is like single coil. Play around with a single coil, get the resistance down to a science, and then you can start adding variables in like additional coils. Rubbing one off on live cam. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you, Jenny. I'm trying to make this look as harmless as I can, but look at you can even see a little bit. You can see some of the copper actually on the rag, which it's abrasive, so it'll do that. And I feel like there is technically a finite amount of times that you can polish mechs, but that's why I don't like polishing mechs. I prefer just not to. I like a little bit of patina sometimes, but once it gets really nasty and green, that's when you gotta just clean her up there. So nice clean threads, nice clean everything. We're gonna just take this cap off, and we're gonna have a quick vape break, I guess. Put that cloth over there, hopefully clean my hands up a little bit. If sanitizer doesn't get them clean, I might have to use the bathroom and actually wash them. It's doing a decent job. Only problem with these swipes is they do have a little bit of like dust that comes off. So, not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Did he just say he prefers a dirty shaft? Oh my god. Did you really just say that, Ender? I can't get away with anything on this, can I? I have to be proper all the time. At least oh my god, you guys are the worst. There's so many innuendos in cleaning your mechs and I guess polishing your shaft. I deserve that. 100% deserve that. Hands are clean enough, and they're sterile now, so that's good. So let's go ahead and we'll dive down to the close-up view here. Just a second. Trying to get my... Oh, you know what? Vape break first. So vape break, everybody. Grab your mod. Today I'm vaping on the little PM80 from Target PM80 from Vapresso. Everything's got cat hair on it. It's her fault right there. So yeah, vaping it at 30 watts with a little bit of 3 milligram, I think it's called Refreshing from Sverf. Sverf? I prefer calling it Sverf. You know, considering how small this little guy is, it is a beast when it comes to vapor. We'll do a profile shot here. See, that's the old cloud comp lungs. coming into play. It always helps to have a good set of lungs. That way, you get a nice full breath. All right. Sterile, you say, can't be too sure while handling your equipment. I should have been wearing gloves. Honestly, wearing gloves while polishing your mix is the best case scenario because then your hands don't get all nasty. So yeah. Voltage open, guessing no. Not currently. We are open 7 days a week, just limited hours. Call us. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and do this build, and then we could get to some general chat. So I'm going to go down to the close-up mode right here. And let's get the lighting right. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right. Get the tools all ready to go here. Oh, man. I don't even have a full set of tools. Comment on that as you wish. Nice freshy bag of Anarchist. Big shout out to Dwayne, by the way, for hooking me up with Anarchist. He's a bro. So, first things first. I guess first things first, you should probably take the old coils out. So we'll do that. So I got a set of aliens in here. Probably from Jimmy Clark, not gonna lie. AKA Coil Image. Find him on Instagram, Coil_image. Big shout out to my dude. He always hooks it up with good coils. Simple little single screw, 2-post deck. Ooh. Ah, that coil's probably done for now. You might be able to salvage it, but these are a little bit beat anyways. Just a little bit. I always end up hooking the legs. Sweep the leg. No, not hook the leg. Sweep the leg. Best way to do it is putting it through the actual coil. There we go. Might be able to salvage those coils for later. I never throw anything away. I'm the worst. Alright, can put that bit back in. Let me know if you want me to do more of these like impromptu build videos. Like, I'm not doing anything crazy, but if you want me to do a quick little build of something, let me know. Just kind of random. I kind of want to build a bunch of like old atomizers. Probably, that's about 1 foot of wire. A little bit too much, but it's okay. Better to have too much than too little. So we're gonna pop the rest of it in the bag. Okay. Oh yeah, you know, now that I have a few of you guys here, I remembered that I wanted to give my patrons the opportunity to become admins on my page, so, or whatever, moderators. So if Enders or Overdrip, if you guys want to be moderators on my page, let me know, and I will give you that wrench. Boop. Cut it right in half. So now I have two. So this screwdriver, the Phillips head here, is 3mm. Since I don't have my coil tool with me, I'm just going to do the old school way and just kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy crap, this is some chunky wire. I think I cut myself. Fresh Build Friday memories. Fresh Build Friday live. We'll get Michelle in on here. Now, normally I would do like a sort of space thing, but I don't have pliers here. And unfortunately, I don't have my pliers here, so we're just gonna kind of put these legs going outwards a little bit, so like that. I mean, it's not perfect. We're gonna clean it up when we get them installed. I always say that. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Just kind of winging it, guys. So we're going to just have the leads kind of facing outwards a little bit. Way too much wire, as per usual. Again, there's no battery in this right now, so there's no chance of it firing. With mechs, I try to preach that, you know, like, don't put a battery in until you're absolutely ready to go. Because no one wants to get burnt. You know what, before I do that, I'm just going to try to clean up this post a little bit. I rinsed it earlier and got soap in there, but still a little bit of gunk on the outside. Just a little bit. I'm not super worried about like a little corrosion. Just got to get that like green stuff off the outside of it. Way to be prepared, Nick. All right, coil install. These posts, I mean, they can take a couple strands of 21, but probably wouldn't fit like 20 gauge in there. I would say that. Oh, I'll re-sterilize the hands. I build way faster than Stan. Really? Figured he would have it down. I mean, he doesn't even build. He just installs, doesn't he? Oh boy. The other Nick is live? Oh, I have competition. Who am I kidding? I am no competition to him. Da, 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 da. Oh man, here's where pliers really come in handy. I think we can manage it though. These are pretty dull, so let's just kind of do it like that. Put the bit through, straighten it up a little bit. The shade, yeah, right. If you just kind of twist it this way and that way, well, this way, and then remove the bit, and then go on this one and do the same thing, and kind of do it that way. Neatens it up. I mean, for a first pass on this thing, focus. Come on, camera. You almost had it. No. Really? You just don't want to focus. Well, anyways, for a first pass, as you can see, it's looking pretty clean so far. And I ran so far away. Gotta get away. All right, let's move this one to the outside. But it's much easier with pliers. If you guys have a set of, you know, pliers or something, use those. It's way easier. Just keep wiggling it until you see it on the other side. Come on. This is the trickiest part right here is, you know what? I can loosen that screw up way more. Duh, loosen the screw, Nick. Loosen the screw. What about that one? Yeah, that one too. All right, looking good, looking good. Almost ready to lock this one into place over here. Straighten this coil up too. Boop. My coils always look super messy, and then I clean them up and it's like, oh wow, how did I manage that? Okay, I say we get one side locked in, which I guess will be this one. Oh, I need my flathead. I do love this this Coil Master build kit. Whoop! You can throw the screwdrivers around and look at that. Still works. Alright, so that's one side. And you know what? I think the other side is pretty good to go. Yeah, you know what? Let's just lock it in. Now be careful with these screw heads because they have open ends, and if you slip off, you can stab yourself right in the finger. Now, there's two ways you can remove the excess wire. You can just keep moving it and bending it and turning it and stuff. Helps if you have pliers. Well, that just cut it, but you can just bend it like this, and it will eventually break off. Should be right at the post. If your screws are tight enough, it'll snap off right at the post. Yeah. So as you can see, right at that post right there, nice and clean. So that makes it easier for you to clip the other piece of wire. Now, I have to be careful because I don't want this flying off and hitting the screen. Ow! Always the most difficult part. Boom. Ah, see? Not tight enough. Didn't snap clean. Gotta tighten it. Just wiggle it just a little bit. You guys like my music references? I try to entertain as I inform. See, once again, wiggled it, and it snapped off right at the post, right there. All right. Another thing to note is these clippers are really just dull. I used these for a few years, and these are my retired set. Okay. So I have a teeny bit of excess wire there. I'm just going to bend that down out of the way, like that. Make sure you get all your little excess wire pieces and gather them all up. You don't want to be putting those on the floor by accident and stepping on them later. 21 gauge into the bottom of your foot is not fun. Okay, so now it's cleanup time. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. All right, I'll stop. So just gonna nudge them back and forth. And I also have my uneven set of tweezers here. But you know what? They still work. I mean, decently. Man, I wish I had my pliers. Really missing them right about now. I'm just going to try to nudge this one. Man, I don't want to break these any more than they are. Trying to get this coil as tight as possible. All right, battery time. And I did check the bottom pin, and that is still somehow remarkably clean. So now it's time to work out the hot spots. With round wire, it's a lot easier than crazy aliens and stuff like that. Should be. You know what? I should just shut up because I might have just jinxed myself. I do that a lot. Oh yeah, make sure you have even spacing there. Even, they should be even and parallel every way you look at them. I know it's not in focus. All right. There we go. Starting to even out now. I'm going to just go back over to the flathead bit and just make sure I got good tension on these screw heads. Just give them a little tighten. Yeah, just right there I could tell you I definitely needed to tighten them. So always double check that. Whoop. Hot spots. Work it out. Come on, baby. Work with me here. Okay. Almost there. Almost there. Also, let it cool a little bit in between pulses. Ooh-wee. I think we got it, boys and girls. This is a low one. It feels real low to me. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a second. Everyone take a nice vape break here real quick. I'm gonna find some juice. There we go. I think I'm gonna use this stuff. Some fountain e-liquid. Because it tastes good. It's like a white cherry, and I added some menthol to it. Just a little bit. Who likes menthol in chat? I would like to know. Am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only one. We're just going to use 2 of them. Screw it. I'm going to use the crappy scissors. Yay! Crappy scissors. Oh, whoa, whoa. Careful. Don't exhale too heavy. Vape break. Thank you guys for chatting, actually. I'm going to move the chat over to this monitor. Alrighty then. Yeah, so now I can actually read chat while I'm building. Hey, I should have thought of that, actually. You know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to move this over to this side. Should have thought of that. Now I know. See, I'm getting used to this setup. Alright, let's do this. Let's wick this thing up. Coils. Yeah, cool enough. Pull that way. Pull a little bit back. You know what? I'm going to do this side just for my own OCD. Pull that way. Pull a little bit back. And we're just going to cut the whole part where the aglet was off. Boom. Aglet. That's the name of these things. The little shoestring ends are called aglets. I want to make sure everyone knows that. So they're already pretty fluffy and good looking. So lately I haven't been doing the extra fluff before I tuck. Some of you might. If that's your prerogative, go for it. But personally, lately I've just been tucking my cotton in. Just very gently scoop and tuck. Make sure you leave that gap under the coil for airflow. You know what juice I've been craving lately is 12 Monkeys. Like, really, really want the whole line of 12 Monkeys. I'm just going to have to hit those guys up. They always show me mad love whenever I see them at conventions, so hopefully I could just be like, yo guys, hook a brother up. If I were sponsored by a juice company, I would probably want it to be them. They'd already know that if I would do the podcast with you. Sorry. I'm sorry, Kate. We still got to come up with a name. Me and Kate Moth are going to do a random stuff podcast where it's literally going to be useless information that no one would ever really need to know, but it makes for great conversation pieces. Like, you know, Kate, just hit him with something random in chat. That's going to be a whole topic for a show. And we're probably also going to talk about alien conspiracies and other just random stuff too. Because why not? The way I see it, it's our show. We can do it how we want. So give it a good soaking. Make sure everything's kind of separated off underneath, etc. All right. You want a good soaking because you don't want to dry hit your first rip. So I'm just going to angle the camera up a little bit. A few little puffs there. Re-soak. You really want to do this a few times. Ah! Just beware of the little sparklers. But, all right, I'm going to get a good blast here real quick. Oh, yes. This is going to be a good build. I can already tell you that. So we're going to just re-drip one more time. Put the cap on and call it a day. Line up your airflow. Close it off if you want to, but you want a good amount open. And that's it. That's the build. Done and dusted. On this beautiful Rig V2. Rest in peace, James. Let's go back up to the main screen. Boom. All right. So, how's it vape? Woo! going to go way back here. Well, what do you guys think? Pretty darn good. Gotta say, just a little bit of menthol, not bad. But lots of vapor production, really warm. If you're not doing like a comp inhale sort of situation, quick blast on this thing, you'll get tons of vapor out of it. As you can see, residual vapor. The tube is very warm, so be aware of that. Warm is fine, but hot is no good. So just be careful with it. You don't want to blow up your batteries. Stay safe, vape safe, all that. Disclaimers. Kate says, fun fact, tattoo ink is not vegan. There are vegan ink brands, but red tattoo ink especially is made with carmine, which are tiny red insects that are crushed to make a red pigment. Thanks, Kate. Now back to the show. Who would love to see me and Kate do a random podcast? Just random topics, random stuff, just nice close-up ASMR voices of random topics with Nick and Kate. I don't know. It's an idea we've been toying around with for a while. Just don't know what to call it, that's all. Alright. But overall, very satisfied with this build. Good to be on a mech again, honestly. It's been too long. It's been way too long since I've used a mechanical mod. I'm just going to let it cool down for a minute. I'm going to let it cool down because pulsing your coils really just heats up that battery. So I'm just going to let it cool down. I'm going to put away my tools. Wrap up the little swipe thing. Swipe wipe? So, whatever. And this is 1.5 milligram for anyone that hasn't been watching this stew or any one of my other videos lately. I'm on 1.5 milligram because 0 milligram just made me not want to vape. My brain knew that it didn't have nicotine and there was no point in me using it. So, yeah, I decided to go back to 1.5 milligram. Also, wanted to give a big shout out to a friend of mine. Her name's Yvonne. She was in the stream last week and she said she missed me and she sent me a postcard. So big shout out to Yvonne. I'm not going to read it or anything, but just it's nice to have some sort of physical sense that you know someone's thinking about you. And, you know, it's kind of that old school mentality, old school way of doing things. It's not an email. It's not a text or anything. It's tangible. So shout out to Yvonne. I love you so much, and I miss your face. She's always one to be at the American conventions. She's been to probably more than I have, and haven't seen her since NVE last year. But anyways, right. So if you guys want anything, if you want to talk about anything in particular, now's the time to ask me questions, talk about whatever you want, whatever you guys are feeling. I'm going to move my camera over here. I'm going to move chat right dead center on this screen. So I'm just going to be looking at chat and vaping. Yvonne is such a cool gal. Amen, brother. You should let your patrons decide on our podcast name. Ooh, that's a lot of responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. I also missed if Enders and Overdrip wanted to become the moderators. Sorry. Just let me know in chat if you guys are still around, whether you want to be a moderator on the channel, and I will make you one. Cliff, have a good night. Take it easy. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Jim Cork knows the struggle. Can't do 0 milligram. I swear to God, it's a mental thing. Your brain just tells you, it's like, why are you doing this? Like, there's no point to it, so why are you doing it? And let me tell you, my body still requires some level of nicotine. Oh man, get Thick Nick and Ken to join. Holy crap, that's a dream team right there. Uh, Nick, should I remind you that haircuts are not happening in this crisis? Looks like you skipped out on the last appointment before all this. I actually did. I was meaning to get a haircut, and I forgot. And all of a sudden, just like the shit hit the fan, and I couldn't get a haircut. So yeah, I got the little ducktail thing going on back here. It's really annoying me. I might actually end up doing a mullet. I don't know. Maybe I'll let the patrons decide. How safe is using metals at high watts? Bro, I keep reading conflicting things and getting worried. The thing with metals and high temps is that the metal itself isn't getting very hot. You're obviously not hitting the melting point of it, and your coils aren't glowing red when you vape on them. The liquid and the airflow and the juice keep them cool. So, I mean, relatively speaking. So, you got to figure that your coil can only be hot enough to vaporize the liquid and not light it on fire, because you can actually vaporize the e-liquid on fire. I used to do the technique where I would hit the fire button and light the cotton and all that, and it would go whoosh. But people would hate that. Here. Let's see. Skull it. There. Overdrip is now a moderator. Enders, you want to be a moderator on the channel? Patrons decide. Yeah. Mullet Vapes TV. Jesus Christ. Skull it. Well, it's bad enough I already got the Friar Tuck thing going on back here, so it's going to look extra redneck if I do a mullet. I mean, I could rock a bogan look, I think, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Patrons get to decide, I would say. Honestly, I don't care what my hair looks like, because I can just throw a hat on. Let's take another rip off this thing. Now that it's cooled down. Woo! Suggestions and research help would be great. I love learning. My usual bedtime routine includes falling asleep to Nazi documentaries. Kate, you're an interesting gal. Thought I was growing it. I mean, I'm growing some of it. It is currently growing, but I do want to get a haircut. I can't stand having hair like over my ears like this. Now, I'm thinking about, at the very least, I need to shave the sides. So whatever kind of crazy haircut you could think of with shaved sides, I'll even record it and I'll put it up on the Patreon for just patrons. How about them apples? Run should be cool. Guess what? You're a moderator, Enders. I need moderators on this channel because, I mean, I don't really have trolls. I just jinx myself like crazy. But if I do get trolls, I need someone to be on the lookout for them. And if I don't catch them. Kieran says, what are your thoughts on the menstrual cycle? You said anything. Well, I find it really interesting that they sync up with other people's, with other women's cycles. They sync up. If there's like a group of women in a workplace, they like, literally, they're like iPads, just boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, and sync up. It's crazy. That boggles my mind. The human body is an amazing thing. But as speaking as a guy, they're kind of annoying. Steen Hickles' daughter is shaving his sides tomorrow. Yeah, it's like that level of desperation where I'm just like ready to chop it all off myself. Show no fear, and God bless all of you. Cheers, Josh Rhodes. Yeah, hope everyone is good. It's good to see a lot of you guys in here. Gotta say, I miss you guys all the time. I gotta do more streams. Just can't think of any ideas. That's my problem, is I'm struggling to come up with content. I really need to do this review. This is coming probably next. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the El Cheapo, or whatever it's called. The O Cheap, as I call it. Then it's gonna be the extra. Read all about it. I've also got some other stuff. I'm getting some stuff from Steam Craven pretty soon, which is exciting. Yeah. Jenny, I put nothing past your entire family. Between you and your brother, nothing surprises me. Watching the team. I don't know what that is. Never trust anything that bleeds for 5 days and doesn't die. I didn't want to say that, but you did. He said it, not me. This is a nice build. This is a very nice build. You should try it, but don't vape it all the time. Space out your hits. Because you will set fire alarms off. Smoke detectors, not fire alarms. I consider Chrome Dome. Trying not to go that route. I like a little bit on top, like even just the buzz cut kind of thing. I like to have just some sort of fuzziness. Yeah, I've done it before. I've done the close shave a lot of times, but lately I've been wanting to grow out the top at least, you know. I was thinking maybe just do a little, like, the slick back action or something like that. Enders, you absolutely should, brother. It's a really good build. Just regular old round wire, man. Bring it back. We're going to make round wire great again. Oh, the Dimitri and Phil show. To be honest, I'm probably going to test out this new monitor because I just bought myself an Asus Raptor, which is a 144 hertz monitor, and I've never used 144 hertz before, so I'm very curious at the performance. So if anything, I'm probably going to do a live stream on my Twitch channel, Slightly Buzzed, twitch.tv/Slightly Buzzed. Link is right down there. And see how it performs, because now I have 144 2K and then 260 HDR 4K 60 hertz things, monitors. 22 gauge works. 22 gauge, I would do a 5 wrap 22 instead of 6 wrap. And overdrip, super good call on the 6 wrap. I think 5 would have been way too hot, because I could only do maximum maybe a 4-second pull on a 5 wrap 21 gauge versus a 6 wrap. So you only like it on top? Ding. Insert ding sound effect. Yes, Demo. Acer Predator. Okay, Acer Predator monitor. A la suggestion of Demo Vapes. He was the one that convinced me to buy it. Damn you, Demo, making me spend money. I got my computer running real nice. Put a new processor in there. It's a Ryzen 9, 12 core, 24 thread. I've got, what else is new? Bought a few new things. Oh, motherboard, duh. Republic of Gamers, Strix, Asus motherboard. Everything's running on DisplayPort cables. Dude, my computer is really nice. I'm really proud of it. Wonder if you can see it if I turn the camera. You can just kind of catch a glimpse of it there. Eventually I'll show off the case. Maybe one of these streams I'll show off the case and everything, so you guys can get a better look at it. But yeah, hey, much love from South Africa. What's going on, Walter? Big shout out to all you guys watching and just chilling out with me. I know a lot of other people are going live, and I'm just taking up your time here. We're going to wrap it up in a few minutes, but we're just going to chill out and answer some more questions. You say around wire, I'm using 0.57 ohm 26 gauge. Great vape and a recurve. Wow. Hey, everyone has their thing. Ryzen 7 is supposed to be badass. Have yet to really put it to the test. It handles the games that I play no problem. I play a lot of like Modern Warfare. Probably going to get into some other shooters. Going to be playing some GTA 5 on it, Red Dead 2. And everything that I have is running impeccably right now. And I also redid my case. I kind of cable managed as much as I could in the case. And it makes me feel better. I know you can't even see it from the outside because it's got that big wall in the way, but it makes me feel better about my own handiwork, being able to not only make everything work, but also make it look nice. And massive shout out to Ender's Other Game for working with me for hours on end trying to get it to work. It was 100% my fault, and I will admit that. I am not good at computer stuff. So huge shout out to Ender's Other Game for not only having the patience to deal with my dumb ass, but also just going through the entire checklist of problem solving and troubleshooting. So just huge shout out to him. Also to Demo Vapes, he was there as well, kind of putting in his 2 cents. And Vapor Swaggins. Vapor Swaggins was really the first one to convince me to make the jump over to PC. And he had me build my first PC with his help. He just kind of went through the steps and told me what to plug in where and how to do this and that and the other. So between those 3 guys, they keep me going on my PC journey. So big shout out to all 3 of them. Half-Life Alyx is the game to play right now. I'm definitely interested in that one. It keeps popping up. My graphics card, I have the GeForce RTX 2070 Super. Just gave me a new download, driver download for that game to maximize the performance. So kind of want to check that out, to be honest. I'm going to spend a whole bunch of money on games in the near future. Also, what's the other one? Doom Eternal. I want to get Doom Eternal. I watched a review on it, and it looks gnarly. Always had a lot of love for the Wolfenstein and the Doom games and stuff, so going to have to check that one out. It's like $450 by itself. What is that? What is that in reference to? Oh, Ryzen 9. Yeah, I spent a whole bunch of money on my computer. Yes, I do. I did. I originally had an Intel processor. Now I have the Ryzen. But the Intel I had was about $400 by itself as well. I have the i7 9700K octa-core processor that now is just sitting on my old motherboard. So if anyone wants to buy it. Let's see. Your handiwork with computers, should we go into that? No, definitely not. Definitely not going into anything. So Nick, all those screens with that many inches, anyone would think you're overcompensating for something. I have a total of, let's see, 28 times 2 is 56 plus a now 27. So 56 plus 27 is 73? Yeah. I have 73 inches of screen just cascading my desk. And I tried my best to cable manage behind them with all the wires going on. I literally have 2 for my keyboard. My mouse is connected to my keyboard. I have 3 of the monitor, whatever they're called. I said it before. not optical. What a okay, it's not HDMI, it's the other one. But I have 3 of those cables. I have my webcams, 2 webcams. I have my capture card. I have, what else is plugged in? Um, 83. Wow, I can't do math. What else do I have plugged in? So much stuff. Oh, my Xbox controller too. Overcompensating for shitty eyesight. Absolutely, Kate. You are 100% right there. My eyesight is not good. DisplayPort. Duh. Jesus. Alright, yeah. They're all plugged in with DisplayPort. And I got like big, thick, chunky DisplayPort cables. I made sure I'm like, these better be able to handle 4K. Because I wanted to play in 4K. And then I realized that most games don't support 4K. Not most, but you know, like, I like a lot of older games. I want to play Doom, the original Doom on this thing. It probably would run really good. Just kidding. 83. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. It's great for spreadsheets, yeah. Get Game Pass for PC. You know what sucks? I have Game Pass for Xbox, and now that I have this super powered PC, I'm probably not going to use it, so I might actually cancel my subscription to it, which would be unfortunate. I haven't used my console in weeks. Last time I used it, I kept getting kicked off for no reason. Kicked off Xbox Live. It just keeps happening for no reason. But then again, the same kind of thing happens with me sometimes when I'm on Zoom. I mean, you guys probably have had a good laugh when I'm on the Vapes too about it. At my expense, when I just freeze randomly like, you know. But I don't know what the issue is there, because obviously streaming fine right now, 720p. Might try streaming at 1080, maybe, if I have the bandwidth for it. I'm getting pretty good internet speeds here. It'd just be screen tearing, yeah. 4K at 144. This monitor is 2K. So I have a 2K at 144 and then 2 4K at 60. But even at 60, it, like, running at 60 hertz, running Modern Warfare, still looked gorgeous. The only thing that's bugging me right now is the slight color difference. This one here, I mean, I've been tweaking them back and forth, trying to adjust. And the middle one now, currently, the Asus Predator is a little bit brighter. Game Pass Ultimate does both PC and Xbox, but it's cheaper together. I might do that. It's a possibility. Depends on how much it costs. So, let's see. A couple more minutes here. I think we're going to call it quits at 8:15. So, if you guys have any more questions or anything you want to ask. See you, Daryl. I know Nick Green there is streaming, so I'm sure you guys are probably chomping at the bit to go over there and watch him. Like I said, probably going to be doing a stream later. Probably going to be with Demo and some other people, and we're probably going to be playing Modern Warfare. That's all I can tell you at this point. That's why 1 large or 3 identical monitors are great. Yeah, I just can't afford 3 Predators right now. I never intended to have 3 monitors, to tell you the truth. I went with 2 4Ks, and I'm like, I want a 144. Demo, which one should I get? But they're pretty darn close. It's just my desk is different heights. Settle on a setting and park it. Yeah, I agree. What's the first thing you want to do when the what's the first thing you want to do when the business closures and quarantines lift? Stay at home and do nothing. um, Honestly, life right now for me isn't that much different. It's shorter hours for us at the shop, but we're able to stay in business. First thing I would probably want to do is like go to a sit down restaurant or something. I don't know, like just be able to go out and have dinner again, or just walk around and be in public. But we got to be careful, everybody. Just warning you guys right now, this is going to last a while. Now, the more we stay inside and not contact each other, the better off we are. That's why this is the best way of communication is via YouTube. But, obviously people aren't going to want to listen to that. So if they say, okay, quarantine's lifted, yay, doesn't mean you should just run out and just start grabbing people's hands. Still be safe and be careful because, I want to see all of you guys pull through this. Time to buy a better desk. Oh, God. I'll put that on the list of stuff to buy. Jesus. Kieran asks, let's see, just watched the Retro Vape and Vape Mail. Kieran asks, where do babies come from? Well, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, a stork will fly over the house and drop a baby right into the crib. And that's where babies come from. Yep. Let's see. I'm going to have wings and beer. That sounds like a plan. I could use a beer, honestly. I could really use a beer. They're saying until next summer, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be like a roller coaster. So it's going to be the big wave. It's going to eventually kind of peak, and then it's going to decline. And then you're going to see little microwaves, mini waves, kind of like that. And just little pockets here and there pop up. So just be careful and be diligent. I feel like everyone's going to come away from this respecting social distance and also hopefully minding their germy hands. I feel like more people are going to wash their hands more often. I don't know. My wallet is imploding. Yes. Never shake hands again. Just elbow bump. I kind of like the elbow bump. So many musicians only make money while touring. Well, a lot of them are doing like free concerts right now, which is kind of cool. They're doing like free shows just with no audience, just live streamed, which is kind of cool. I mean, technically they could charge on-demand prices for a concert, just have people at their house, but you kind of go to a concert to get the concert vibe. You go there to be in the crowd and be cheering and, just loud. You want just loud. So I feel like a streamed concert just is not the same and is not worth concert ticket price. That's for damn sure. But if you think about it, every musician could hop on that bandwagon and just do live stream concerts and just like, oh, wow, who's playing today? Oh, Fall Out Boy. Who's playing today? Oh, Aerosmith. They probably want to still do shows. We will be doing what China has done for years. That's face masks all the time. Huh. It's an interesting thought process. I don't think it's necessary, 100% of the time, but I'm more worried about touching things. I hate handling cash. That is my least favorite activity right now, is handling cash. Just use your card. The Europe and the UK have it right. They do touchless payment. Just hold your card over the reader and it goes boop, and then you walk away. That's the thing to do right now, as little contact as possible. Heading for a future cross of Demolition Man and Hunger Games. Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. Think we're gonna have a glass of wine tonight. I think I might stream since I usually don't. There you go, Kate. Just hop on stream. Either hop on stream, go into a Zoom chat, hang out with your friends digitally. The good thing is the Stew Crew has been always doing that, so there's never a short supply of people just hanging out on Zoom or Discord or any of the other streaming services or YouTube. So that's a good thing. Bring the bow to the U.S. What? Either watch lots of people will be wearing masks everywhere, and tap to pay is great. Yes, tap to pay is great. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I'm going to call it there. You guys stay safe out there. Have a great rest of your evening. Check me out on my Twitch channel. If you guys like video games, twitch.tv/slightlybuzzed. Join the Facebook group. Follow me on all my various social medias. And if you want to sign up to be a patron and decide what kind of haircut I should get after quarantine, then the link is right down there in the description below. You can also, I don't push my merch nearly enough. If you guys want to get some sweet Daily Vape TV merch, head on over to dailyvape.tv. That is my website, where you can find all of the latest gear that I have and videos and all that good stuff. So check that out. You guys have a wonderful evening. Go hang out with your friends in digital Zoom land or whatever you want to do. Go check out Grim Green's stream if you want to. What's coming up later on tonight? That's what she said is happening tonight. Of course, Stu tomorrow, and we got another episode of Savs come up on Sunday. So that's pretty much your whole weekend plan, guys. Hope you have a great day and a great night wherever you are in the world. Keep on vaping, and what's my outro? Oh, and as always, vape on.